Well, hello there. Welcome to the Obi-Thorn Alliance. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Luke, and we're the YouTube channel that offers non-biased opinions that have two different perspectives. We've got that as someone on the autism spectrum, that as someone who is not. As always, if you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And today we're doing something we've really been looking forward to, and I'm sure others have been. And what is that?
The MCU Comic-Con announcements of the Phase 5 and 6.
Yeah, so we're going to recap for you all the announcements they've made. We're going to discuss what we know so far, what we're looking forward to, and just give you our thoughts on what some of the announcements were. So let's get into it. So we've had some announcements for Phase 5. So one of the first things that they're announcing that's coming out in Phase 5 is Ant-Man and the Quantumania.
Yeah.
So what do we know about this so far, and are you looking forward to it?
Yes, definitely looking forward to it. And the first thing that we know is that it will be the first appearance of Kane, but not from the actor because he was in Loki.
Okay, so they might make reference to him and we see part of him, but he won't, have a full cameo. Is that what we're thinking?
Well, he's the villain in the movie.
Okay. But it won't be the same actor, you don't think?
Oh, it's the same actor.
Okay, the same actor. Okay, so this is going to set up for this. Well, as we know, Phase 6 is going to focus around the Kane Dynasty. So this is going to be the start of it. So he's going to go over 2 phases, which is pretty cool. So, Ant-Man's one of my favourite heroes, so I'm looking forward to that. I think Paul Rudd always plays a really good role, and it's quite funny. So that's going to be good to see. And I guess it'll be interesting to see how the quantum realm ties in with
time travel.
Yeah, and whatever Kane does, I don't know yet how he oversees all the different multiverses. So it'll be cool to see how that links in. We also got announced Secret Invasion, which I didn't know much about until you explained it to me. But do you want to explain to the others what Secret Invasion might be?
Basically, the concept is that the scrolls that we see from Captain Marvel are good scrolls, but the original concept of scrolls is that they are shape shifters that can take the presence and persona of other people, but they are actually not good as the movie of Captain Marvel make them to be, and they're actually evil faction that want to take over Earth.
Yeah, so we saw them in Captain Marvel. We've seen them in some end credit scenes to other movies, and I think the last time I saw them was one of the MCU movies where they, at the end, were pretending to be Nick Fury and people didn't realise Nick Fury was not on Earth. Is that right? Do you remember what one that was?
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Okay, so, and I'm guessing from what I read up that Secret Invasion will possibly feature Nick Fury?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's going to be a series on Disney+. So, again, Disney+, proving that they are the... moving forward, going to be the dominant streaming service from my perspective. We also announced Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Very excited.
Yeah, so Guardians of the Galaxy was a franchise I got into later than others. I wasn't sure that it was going to be good. Other people had told me otherwise, and when I saw it, I really, really liked it. It's a lot of fun. It's just really enjoyable. It's a good mix of different characters. So what do you think Volume 3 is going to be about?
Well, Adam Warlock has been cast, so I guess taking him on and yeah.
And what do you think? Do we know much about what that villain is or look like?
I believe he has the same powers as Thanos and things like that, so it'll be cool.
So do you think this will be what the Guardians have gone off to do? So when Thor Love and Thunder, Thor goes and takes on the gods Butcher, and they will go take on another villain? You reckon it'll tie in? Okay, very exciting, and I guess we'll expect that again to be quite fun and probably have a really good musical soundtrack, as it tends to always have. Also announced the Echo series. So you're not overly excited about this. I'm open to it. So basically, what I know is Echo was a character in Hawkeye, and she seems to be deaf. Yes, deaf, not blind. So she's deaf. You know, had a tough upbringing. Somehow, I think, might be the niece of Kingpin, and I'm assuming it's going to follow her transitioning from evil to good, because it seems like she just wanted revenge on Hawkeye because she believed that he had killed her father, was it? Or thought Ronan did, and I guess Ronan did, but was given the orders from someone else, from Kingpin. So it's going to explore that, and it's got merit. It's kind of like an alternate version of Daredevil, I guess, opposed to being blind. She's can't hear, so it could be okay. Being a series, it's you watch it or you don't. It's not a Hollywood blockbuster, so you could probably skip it if it's not of interest.
I would agree with that, yeah.
We got Loki season 2.
Very hyped for that.
Yeah, so we both really liked Loki season 2, and I don't know, where do you think Loki season 2 is going to go?
Obviously Loki trying to get back to his version of events, and I guess trying to put things right and trying to find Sylvia.
And I can't imagine it will have too much focus on Kane, because we're already going to get to see a bit of that in Ant-Man, and then it's going to be, more of a Phase 6 thing. I feel like you might see him, but I don't think Loki's going to, take down Kang in this series, because then it would not make sense for the Phase 6. So you might be right there. It might be him trying to find a way back into his, own timeline, which is going to be quite cool. We've also got the Marvels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you excited about this one or not?
I'll keep an open mind. I'm not looking forward to it as much as other movies, but see what direction it goes.
Yeah, so this is it's a movie. It's going to see Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan coming back. We're going to get to see Captain Marvel again. I quite like the Captain Marvel movies, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. It will probably tie in with the Skrulls, I'd have to imagine.
Yeah.
And we might actually get some explanation or some more in-depthness to what powers Kamala Khan actually possesses. So that's the end of next year, I think that's coming out. So I guess that'll be cool, and it might be able to make up for, I think, Captain Marvel. Miss Marvel's a bit of a disappointing series, but this might, change that a bit. We've also got Blade.
Yes.
Yeah, so I wasn't aware of this, that this is the same as the Wesley Snipes Blade that came out.
Yeah, they recasted him.
Yeah, so that's quite cool. So what do you think this movie's going to be about?
I don't know if they'll make it different with different comics or try and copy what they did with Wesley Snipes, so they can do it differently, yeah.
You reckon he might take on Morbius?
That'll be interesting, because Morbius is within the Sony universe, but I wouldn't be opposed to that.
And I think there's a few more. What else we've got?
Captain America. So
we're looking forward to that. So that's one of the later releases we're going to get. So it's got Captain America New World Order. So we'll get to see the Falcon's transition into now he is Captain America. So that will be quite cool. What do you think that's going to focus on?
I would assume politics and dealing with superheroes becoming more custom, and then taking on Sarah Carter, becoming the villain.
Yeah, because that's where we're kind of left off with that. And then, do you think we might get to see some of this, like, evil team that the politician was developing, where she made the alternate Captain America? Do you think we might get to see them return?
I would assume so.
And I wonder,
Dark Avengers.
Yeah, I wonder if that will. Do you think that will tie into this idea of the Thunderbolts?
I think so. Yeah.
So the Thunderbolts is another. Is it a movie or a series?
Movie.
I think it was a movie that's been announced, and there's not too much known about it yet. But it's supposedly people, a gang put together by Zemo to kind of replicate the Avengers, whilst the Avengers have disappeared. I guess it's during the snap. Is that when it's meant to take place? So that might tie in, and it comes after the Captain America New World Order, so that might make a bit of sense. We've also got Daredevil Born Again series.
Very excited for that one.
So do you think it's going to be a carry-on from the last series, or it's going to be a remake, or just it's separate?
Don't know. No one's really came out to say what it is. All we know is that it has 18 episodes.
So I've only just started Daredevil, and I will endeavour to finish it before that comes out. So I have to catch up a bit there. We've also got Agatha and the Covenant of Chaos. So this is a series. It seems odd that she's getting her own show.
I don't see the point of it.
It didn't seem like a major character at all to me. But then when I looked up a little while ago, MCU villains, she was rated quite highly up there. So maybe there's more to it than we know. But, she's a witch. Where will it feature? Wanda, I don't know. But I don't know. It could be a fun series. We'll have to wait and see like a trailer for that. And then the only other thing from Phase 5 that we missed was Ironheart. So, Ironheart, what do we know about that?
Basically, someone taking up the mantle from Iron Man, Tony Stark, a female coming up and taking over the name.
Yeah, so it's some kind of scientist. I think it said it was Riri Williams. Obviously replicates Iron Man's suits and, kind of continues that mantle, which would not the worst thing ever. See how it goes. So that rounds off Phase 5. So that's what we're expecting to see. Is Phase 5 meant to be all of next year, or it's meant to span over a couple of years?
I would assume from 2023 to 2024.
Yeah, so it'll be a 12-month period or so. So we've got a lot of Marvel content coming out, which is really exciting. And then we've heard some things about Phase 6 so far, but there will obviously be a lot more to come. So one of the first things announced for Phase 6 is the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Yeah, so I guess whether it's going to be another remake, or they're going to try and continue it on with new characters, or they're going to bring back the old actors, I'm not sure. We'll probably see John Cranston continue his role, which would be nice.
I assume so, and Emily Blunt.
Yeah, which would be quite cool. So we'll see how that goes. The Fantastic Four is, one of those franchises that, it's had a couple of revamps of it, and they've been a bit hit and miss, so we might get a good one this time.
Hope so.
Yeah, and I guess there's always been that tussle between how Marvel sold to Sony and then what they're allowed to do with it. So hopefully they do it justice this time. We've got the Avengers Kane Dynasty.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So this is obviously going to be a build on from all the things we see with Kane through Phase 5. So I'm assuming that means we probably get to they probably defeat him. I'm assuming this will be the end of Kang, and then we'll move on to the next set of villains.
Well, in the movie, because it's called Kane Dynasty, there's different versions of Kane.
Okay, so this will be where Kang is talked about in Loki, that when he dies, more Kangs will keep coming.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they must defeat all the Kangs or do something to prevent them, which would be cool. And then there's also another Avengers movie that's announced. It's meant to come out in the same year, which is uncommon. And this is Avengers Secret War.
Yeah, what's basically to do with the Skrulls, and you don't know who within your family or whoever you know is a Skrull and trying to defeat the Skrulls.
Yes, that's cool. So it's going to be a tiered build on from, we're going to have Secret Invasion and then the Marvels, and then this is going to be a continuation in terms of what's happening with the Skrulls. It's very, very clever and layered with all the different story arcs and lines that are going on and how they intertwine. And, we've still got a few things that come out with Phase 4. So we've got She-Hulk, which we've done a trailer reaction to. Black Panther, the Wakanda Forever movie, which we haven't reacted to yet, but we probably will.
Yeah.
And then there's a Groot special of some sort, which I don't know much about. So whether it's, a 50-minute special on Disney Plus, or whether it's a series, I don't know. I have to find out a bit more about it. But that kind of rounds out Phase 4 for us.
So for TV show, what are you most looking forward to?
I would say the second season of Loki, because we've already seen what happened, so I know Loki's good, so I'm looking forward to that. Maybe in terms of new things that I haven't seen, maybe, Ironheart was a series, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe that's something new. That would be cool. But in terms of overall, Loki would be my favourite. Ironheart as a new concept would be cool to see. What about yourself?
For a new show that I haven't seen, Secret Invasion, and a show like yourself, Loki Season 2, very hyped to see that. And also Daredevil, Born Again, but not quite sure what it is at the moment. And for movies?
Movies, probably Quantumania, Ant-Man, because it's, it's coming out sooner rather than later, which gets me excited. Maybe in the further future, any of the Avengers movies will be good, because that kind of, when an Avenger movie happens, it kind of closes up a story arc, and then they move on to the next phase. So probably that in terms of movies. Or actually, no, the one I'm most excited would be Guardians of the Galaxy. I find those really fun. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy I'm looking forward to the most.
I would say probably the Kane Dynasty and Secret Avengers Secret Wars.
Okay, so you seem very interested in the Skrull story then.
And Kane, yes.
Yeah, so that's cool. So we got lots and lots to look forward to. Hopefully we've recapped the announcements for you, and there's obviously a lot more to come, so we'll continue to follow the news as new announcements come out.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Have a good rest of your day. Let the force be with you. Bye-bye.